So I'm here with the Upbeat Academy, and what is the story that led to you wanting to, do this academy?
We had a friend of myself and Winter Circle Productions pass away, and we wanted to do something that as a memorial kind of. And instead of we threw a fundraiser, we raised a decent little bit of money, and instead of putting it towards research or something like that that can really just go away in a couple seconds. We wanted something that would continually, keep his memory alive and do some good for, with the things that he cares about, were, youth and music programs. So we started an after-school music production program doing hip-hop and electronic dance music, and that was in 2012, and, we haven't looked back.
So how do you find students for the academy?
Now it's kind of nice because I think we have a little bit more visibility, and so more students and people are coming to us, whether it be because they find out we're playing at BUKU Festival and they want to be a part of that, or they see something on our Instagram. But in the early stages, we definitely reached out to high school marching band directors and things like that and found people who had a love for music and maybe wanted to try some computer-based or digital music production.
So is it like a scholarship? Like, what's the application process for that?
There is an application process, but we keep open enrollment. We really want to. I have a hard time turning anyone away, and really just have to have a passion for music, some patience, and the willingness to learn. And we hold classes year round as well as in the summer times. We go to other schools. We go into work with incarcerated youth, things like that. So. But yeah, we keep an open enrollment. We try to keep our services are free. We're a 501c3 nonprofit. I'm a NOCA alum, so I kind of have that background and wanted to do something kind of similar with it and it's about providing access to the facility, the instructor, and the equipment. It's not a cheap hobby to get started with, so that's definitely where we we kind of fill that void.
So since it's not a cheap hobby, how do you get the funding to do this program?
Grant writing. I write grants. We host fundraisers throughout the year. We have private donors, and most importantly, $1 from every ticket sold at the BUKU Music Art Project comes into us. So this will be the 6th year that we're benefiting, and it's another sold out year. So if you do the numbers, it's a very welcome check at a good time of the year. But through things like this with the BUKU Music and Art Project, and then fundraising, grant writing, and any way we can get it.
So why do you focus primarily on hip hop and EDM instead of like classical instruments like the Trombone Shorty Foundation?
I think because New Orleans is rich in that history, that marching band, brass band, and it's extremely important. We love those organizations. I've worked alongside organizations like that, but really, this is the music of the young people's generation. I think it's something.
Agree.
Yeah, I think it's something that they maybe listen to and they say, I think I can do that, or I want to know how to do that. So while there are a number of fantastic organizations based on marching bands and brass bands and stuff like that, I think giving young people the opportunity to try their hand using some software-based stuff is pretty huge. And maybe let one of them speak on that too, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, I come from a predominantly electronic background, so when I started the class, I didn't know anything about it. I heard about it through a high school guidance counselor, actually, who's actually friends with Mr. Z, and I knew nothing about it except just a quick Google search of information, and I just fell in love with it. And I always knew that I wanted to do something with music, but I just never found my niche. And this organization gave me the perfect opportunity to pave my musical career, because he's been in development with me for 5-6 years, right? And from where I've come to where we're going now with upcoming shows out of state and stuff like that, it just feels like a dream, and I would have never even gotten into music if I didn't go to this program. So
Yeah, Ian is one part of player one,
Oh, yeah,
and
sorry,
he
I
goes
didn't
by
clarify
he
that.
goes by answers when he's
stuff.
doing solo, and Troye is a menta. It's his MC handle.
Okay. So, no, that's okay. I actually want to get into that a little bit. So, what kind of success has the Upbeat Academy brought you so far?
Okay. You want to hold it over me? Okay. Okay. Well, every year, BUKU is nice enough to give Upbeat performance time at the front yard stage, and
This year the switch yard.
the switch yard this year, and it allows students from the class to get experience performing in front of crowds, as well as getting to display their music that they've produced themselves or written songs to themselves in a professional setting, as opposed to, like, I don't know, just like a house party or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, there's an audience there, and it helps expose them to a wider range of people. I started helping Matt play here, playing shows, and that was my first like festival opportunity that I've ever got. And actually this year we're starting to go on tour, and in 2 weeks we're playing in Long Island, and then we're going to Buffalo the next day, and then we have a lot more dates on the phase too, but it's not announced yet. So I came from the program to like going on a national tour. So
So, you're a student, so you might not be as far ahead, but has the Upbeat Academy brought you any like special opportunities so far?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like performing here, like that's the greatest thing. At first, I never really liked rap until I started listening to people on SoundCloud. I think that's where the real artists are. Everything else feels like it's not genuine, and people put out their true feelings on there because it's free.
Yeah, Troye had his first performance at a fundraiser we did at Eiffel Society on Thursday, and this will be his first time